Hey guys, Joker6977 here, and today I'm doing a review on the Gerber Exchange Blade Saw. So jump right into the review here. I got this in August when I was out in South Dakota. Didn't use it much over the summer. I was real busy after that and didn't get much chance to, but I did a little bit. And I noticed I didn't really put much thought into it, and then I was using it a lot a couple weekends ago, and I was really disappointed with it. But I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. Um, as we go along. I'll first do a little overview on the sheath here. It's a nylon sheath, real nice material. It's really thick. It's got it's got a Velcro closure here, and it's got the nice Gerber symbol right there. On the back, it's got a horizontal belt carry here. So you can see I can just push my fingers through here, and you can carry it on your belt this way. It has a Velcro belt carrier here. So this Velcro's through, you could like put this through MOLLE or through your belt, or if you want to make sure it was going to stay on through your belt, you could just run your belt through this little one right here that is attached. So that's nice that it gives you those two options. Opening it up, it has the main big compartment for the actual saw, and then it has a smaller compartment for another saw blade. Sorry. So now we'll move on to the saw, which I am extremely disappointed in. First of all, when I was using it, these blades are crap. Let's put it that way. If you can see that, this blade is completely bent, and it's thin and weak, and it's actually surprisingly hard to bend back. I'm sure if I really tried, I just want to show you that it bent like that so bad. If I really tried, I could probably get it back to normal, but I can't even close it with the blade bent like it is. You know, it's just gonna get stuck. It's not gonna close. So that's a disappointment. First of all, the blades are crap. Another reason the blades are crap is because they cut like crap. Um, I was in Michigan winter camping with my cousin. It was a really fun experience. It was 30 degrees outside. We had 2 hours to build a shelter. We went out there with minimal gear, and we built the shelter and made some supper at dark and everything like that. It was fun. We were using his saw, which is a Coughlin's Sierra, or yeah, Coughlin Sierra saw. It's called. You can get them at $10 at Walmart, and it is an amazing saw. It has a cheap plastic body, which I don't really like, but it actually held up pretty good. A little piece chipped off, but it wasn't an important piece. A little piece chipped off once. And it's not something I would probably want to put in my bug out bag for long-term use. I want to get one of those Baco saws because I guess that's a really nice saw. I gotta try that out. But it's a nice saw just to have around a couple of them. They're $10, you know. They're better than this saw, and this saw was $20. So yeah. The one complaint I have is about the blades, but the Baco saw, or I'm sorry, not the Baco, the Coughlin Sierra saw, um, the cutting motion, or the cutting, was only taking place in one motion, and that was the pulling motion. So you'd saw forward, and the teeth were angled towards you. So you'd saw forward. So when you sawed forward, it went over the tree nicely. So you didn't have any catches. And then when you pulled back, it cut, and it just made a really nice. You know, you'd think with this you're getting two cuts because you're getting cutting forward and you're cutting backwards, cutting forward, it's cutting backwards, and you'd think that that would make it even faster because it's cutting in both motions. But what happens is when you push forward, for some reason it always gets caught every single time. Well, not every single time, but often. It oftentimes gets caught, and that's what happens when it gets caught. It bends this blade like this, and then you're screwed. So that really made me mad. Like I got the blade bent back a little bit there, but I probably have to get a pliers out or something to bend the tip back, and even this body part is bent a little bit. And then another problem I had, and actually right now bending this, you probably can't see it on the camera, but every time you go forward and it does that, it's really hard on this cheap plastic body, and it started cracking this right down the seam here, like about to here I think. There's like a crack, and I'm really not very happy about that. It feels kind of light and chintzy and crappy. The only good thing I really like about it is this side. There's like a gator alligator pattern right here. Let me see if I can get some light. There we go. There's like an alligator pattern there. And it's nice and grippy. It's rubberized, and I like that a lot. That's the only thing I really like about the actual saw. Um, and it's got a little lanyard here on the lanyard hole on the back. And then, to close it and open it, you grab there's a gray button that says Gerber on it. You push that in, and with the other hand, you push the saw down. But now I can't close it because of this blade being all messed up. Um, but open it back up, you do the same thing. To take this saw blade out, there's another saw blade that comes with it, um, and it's a more coarse blade. And I thought it would actually be better maybe, but it is a little bit better, but not much. It's still kind of crappy, and it could still bend. Um, but this other saw blade here, you can exchange them, which I prefer this one if I had to use this saw, but still I don't really like the saw at all. But to take them out, there's a little screw or a knob right over on the other side, and if it's too tight, it's got a little groove right there. You can put something in like a penny or um, a, a knife or a screwdriver or whatever, and you just open that up like that. You keep untwisting until it just comes out. You don't want to lose that out in the brush or whatever. You need this, so make sure you hang on to that. Um, and then you take the blade and you just pull it out. So here we have this crappy blade. I'll take the other somewhat crappy blade, not as crappy, but still crappy blade, and put it in to the thing here, which I also find kind of complicating. Maybe some of you who own the saw don't. But I found this, oh, there we go. There, I got it easy that time. But sometimes I actually find this complicated, especially if you're winter camping, your hands are cold or whatever. I mean, but that's all saws are like that. You know, you're probably gonna at one point you might have to change the blade of your saw, and it might be cold or whatever, and you might be having problems functioning with your hands. It's just something you're gonna have to get over and try to cope with it. So, but all right, so we got that there. You line it up. You line up the hole. There's a hole in the blade, as you can see, and there's a hole in the side here. And you line those two up, and you just take the knob here and you screw it right back in. You want it to be fairly tight so there's no wiggleness or no wiggling and looseness. You press the button in again. You can see this one can actually fold all the way down, but it locks into place there when you fold it. And then you can take it again and fold it open. So yeah, that's pretty much how the whole thing functions there. Um, out of 10, I'd literally probably give it a 3. Functionable, or it's not very practical. Um, it functions okay especially for small stuff. It's okay. It's fine for small stuff. Like I'm not getting small stuff though, like this big. But for shelters and stuff, I need that Sierra saw, $10, Walmart. I was cutting through trees this big. I mean, like that. We had our shelter up. We had our shelter up, all our firewood, which was just enough to last us through the night. It was almost a perfect amount to last us through the night and a little bit in the morning. Um, and then supper cooked in 2 hours by dark. Um, and we had the shelter. We made a shelter, the two-man shelter, kind of an A-frame. We did kind of mess up on that. We made it a little too big, and we would have liked to make it a little more compact, so we could have wanted to have all that air just flowing in and out of there. You want more. We did mess up a little, but that's not what this is about. This is about this crappy saw, which I don't really like that much. And for the first time in my life, I am very kind of angry and unimpressed with Gerber. It was a waste of my money, and I'm not very happy. And I think I'm even going to contact him and tell him that. So, yeah, Joker 69777. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe if you please. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.